Guys, welcome. Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you. We had a live earlier today, so hopefully you checked that one out too. And if not, go watch. It was pretty good. So anyway, the Senate just passed a $95 billion foreign aid deal. Okay, this is what Mike Johnson helped put in play, and essentially going to the blue and yellow place, the place with the star, and then Taiwan. So lots of money. How much for the southern border? Zero, nothing. The Democrats are too worried. Well, the uniparty, I should say, uniparty. They're more worried about giving money to foreign countries, to the military-industrial complex, so they can get their stock options, right? Now, Mike Johnson, we've been talking about him a lot lately. Something's afoot. You know, I love saying that. Any chance I get, afoot. But anyway, something's afoot because earlier today, he started threatening politicians that posted. You remember the video I showed you the other day where they were waving the blue and yellow flags in Congress whenever they passed the bill in the House. Politicians posted that, and he has threatened to fine those House politicians. So something's definitely going on with this guy, and I'm sure it's threatened. They probably got blackmail on him. Who knows? Anyhow, I want you to hear the man himself. The man himself tells you to your face that, yeah, what the real deal is. Here it is. The commander-in-chief.
I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted? In the Senate, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
He said it. You can't trust them. The Democrats can't be trusted. He said it. Plain as day. Oh well. But good news is Tennessee House votes allow teachers to be armed. It's simple. It's simple. Good people with guns stop bad people with guns. Right? Now, one of my favorite guys in history, another Marine. I love the Marines. Colonel Jeff Cooper, the father of modern day gunfighting. He's got a lot of great quotes. And if you don't have his books, they're still relevant today. I love him. I think he's a man before his time. Anyway, I quote him all the time. If you watch any of my instructional films, I use his information because it stood the test of time. Anyway, one quote he says is, the media insists that crime is the major concern of American public today. In this connection, they generally push the point that a disarmed society would be a crime-free society. They will not accept the truth that if you take all guns off the street, you will still have a crime problem. Whereas if you take the criminals off the street, you cannot have a gun problem. Right? Focus on the criminals. That's what he's saying. Another one is, he was talking about an interview he had done. He said, one bleeding heart type asked me in a recent interview if I did not agree that violence begets violence. I told him that in my earnest endeavor to see that it does, I would like very much to ensure, and in some cases I have, that any man who offers violence to his fellow citizen begets a whole lot more in return than he can enjoy. I love that guy. He man before his time. So anyway, I showed you a video where Stephen A. Smith, ESPN commentator, how he pretty much backed Trump. He said, look, guys, the country's a disaster. He's been saying this. He was on Fox News. He had Charles Barkley, who hated Donald Trump, and he was bringing facts to the table saying that, man, the southern border's open. We have criminals coming from other countries coming up here and beating up police officers. And Charles Barkley, like, you're right, we got to do something. You got to, dude, you filled up your gas tank. It's jumped like 30 cents in a week, 40 cents in a week. Not even a week, like 4 days. Anyway, apparently he got shut down by the overlords, right? He was speaking facts, and now he's apologizing for it. So listen to him.
Accountability is where everything needs to begin in this world. It's something I say quite often. I certainly never hesitate to hold folks accountable when mistakes or mishaps occur, so I'm certainly not about to run from it myself. I'm fully aware that I've been in the news over the last few days, paraded all over social media as well, after comments I made during my appearance on Fox News' Hannity last week with the one and only Sean Hannity himself. And I'm fully aware of the outcry that has ensued because of it. A lot of folks in Black America seem pretty pissed at me right now, from friends and loved ones to colleagues, contemporaries, and dare I say even the NAACP itself. Quite a few folks were put off, if not flat out offended, after my words were interpreted as associating support for Trump from the Black community with all the legal issues he's facing. For that, I sincerely apologize. To be clear, my words were misconstrued. I'm stating right here for the record that my words were taken out of context, misrepresenting and depicting me in a way I found every bit as insulting and disrespectful as folks in Black America evidently felt about what they thought I said. But I'll own it anyway.
Stephen, coming from a Black man himself, I don't think you have to apologize. Truthfully. You said the right thing, man. I am the Black Scout, by the way. So anyway, I love when the left eat their own. Now, Stephen, look, man, Stephen was adamant against most conservative things. However, you know, he switched gears. He sees the way the country is, just like the young lady earlier I talked about, Tiffany Gomez. She switched gears. Look, I'm not going to knock anybody. Look, not everybody is as smart as you and I. You know what I mean? They get fed propaganda. They fall for it. And it happens. Have you or I fallen for propaganda? Probably. And the thing is if you realize you've had a wake-up call and you realize how bad the country's going, how it's affecting you, your people, Black America, who Joe Biden during inauguration said he was going to do, all these different things for, that he never did. He never held his promises up. He used Black America for votes, and it's terrible, right? It's terrible. But I love when the left eat their own. Not specifically Stephen A. Smith, because I think he switched gears, right? But I got a video of Alec Baldwin, right? We did a video of him 2 years ago. I did a live. I was out there at my pool doing a live, and when he shot and killed that young lady, and pretty much got away with it. She's no longer alive, but he's out getting coffee, and a leftist is eating him alive. Now I have to cut some of the video because you have to understand YouTube is a two-tier justice system. So she uses the F word in there. So I'm gonna have to cut the volume at some point, but I want you to watch the entirety of the video because I want you to see how he reacts. But it's a two-tier justice system. If a leftist says the F word in a video, it's no problem because their videos are not being monitored. But because I'm a conservative, or I'm a Christian constitutionalist, that would be a better term for me, because I can't be on the same team as somebody like Mike Johnson. So I may be just a Christian constitutionalist. But anyway, that's besides the points. This ain't about me. Let's watch the video, and when I cut, I'll talk you through kind of like what she's saying.
Can you please say free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? So sorry. No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. I'm so sorry. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone.
So he starts saying no. He's like, get out of here. He's telling her to leave and such. And then he looks over the guy and says, call the police. Call the police, right? And so she says he's the effing criminal, right? And she's like, say F such and such, F such and such. And he's like, just say free Palestine. Now it's real slick because he comes over and he acts like he's going to say something.
One time.
Look at him. Alec Baldwin has been known for violence. I don't know if guys know that. This goes years back. If you've ever paid attention to the guy, he is a violent individual. He's hit paparazzi. He's gone nuts. But I love to see the left eat their own, right? So anyway, guys, let me first say, man, get you a Frosty Stratton Dangerous shirt. Why don't you have one? We have some in stock. Go get them while they're good. Listen, our shirts, by the way, are always limited edition. Like once they're gone, and people are like, "Man, I want that shirt." Well, you should have got it. You should have got it. And I did see some comments. I think we get some new subscribers here. I was about to speak Spanish. Here occasionally, and the thing is, guys, is that they're saying what's going on because the thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. Black Scout Survival, when we do these late night lives, we go over tons of different news. Okay. We try to be your news source. We dig through. I spend my entire day digging through nonsense to try to give you information that could be useful. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a waste of your time. And I'm going to apologize if I am wasting your time. But I try not to. I try to give you information that helps you and guides you every day, right? Well, the Blackbeard shirt may come back landscaping because it is cool. It is cool. And some guy hit me up about that, and he was like, "Oh, the Blackbeard." Blah, blah. People don't understand. The Blackbeard is it was a pirate, right? Edward Teach, right, off the coast of North Carolina. But what it really is because it means no quarter. Okay, so military guys adopted it during GWAT, Global War on Terrorism. They use this patch because no quarter for your enemies, right? No mercy. And so that's what the deal is. Anyway, let's get into the main part of the video tonight, which is Ryan Garcia. Now, we did a video on Ryan Garcia. He made a lot of claims. He said, "Oh, man, they took me to Bohemian Grove. They showed me children being assaulted, blah, 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 blah." And I'm absolutely disgusted by this kid. Look, I don't like the way this kid's even attitude is. Like he has some kind of like narcissist. He calls himself King Ryan. You know, I just don't even like the way he talks. Like he pretends to be like a gangster or something. I don't really like it. Real gangsters don't act like this, by the way. Okay. I'm a real gangster, and I know. Real gangsters don't act like that. Anyway, so I'm going to play some video. He was on Patrick Bet David podcast, not Peter Bet David. I said that last time. Patrick Bet David podcast, which I like Patrick. You know, Patrick's doing good things. Is Patrick a little bit of a clout chaser? He is, which is fine. I get it. He's a moneymaker. He's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to be the #1 podcast in America. I get it, right? So he chases these people. I wish that Patrick would have kind of, put him on point, though. I wish he would have. I would have had a lot more respect for Patrick if he had done that. He did. Right. But at the same token, I understand it because I've had guests on that have said some wild things that I don't agree with. And when you have a guest on, you don't really put them in their place because it's just not a professional thing to do. You won't get many guests if you don't let them say their opinion. So I do give him that. But I wish he would have because he's a no nonsense guy. He is. Anyway, I'm going to play some of the interview. We're going to talk through it. It was hard to listen to because I can't stand the way this kid talked. I just can't, right? But anyway, we're going to play some parts and we're going to talk about them. Yeah. So PBD relies on his producers for questions and background, et cetera. And I get that. He has to, right? He's big time. He's part owner of the New York Yankees. He's a multi-millionaire, maybe billionaire, and got a lot of respect for the guy. He's a self-made guy. I don't know if you know this, but Patrick Bet David is a self-made guy. He was in the military, in the Army. He came from Iran. Complete props to the guy. No hate. But I do think he I've seen him put people in their place, right? Guy that used to play for the Steelers, Antonio. I can't think of his name. He kind of put him in his place. He's checked him, right? I've seen him check some people. He checked Cuomo too, Chris Cuomo. He checked him too. So I've seen him check some people, but maybe because Ryan is more on the right-leaning side, he didn't check him, but I wish he would have. Because to me, it's very underhanded what Ryan has done. But let's go ahead and kick this video and let's talk through it.
I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Wow, it's just going to be called the Great Escape. Like, I have it all documented. I was already planning it, weeks and weeks and months behind.
Weeks and weeks, months behind. What did this kid smoke before he came in here? Look, I am a literal hillbilly, dude, and I talk better than this kid.
I don't know what made me come up with the idea. Honestly, I just one day just decided just to go all in and just commit to a plan that I had, and I was not going to budge for nobody.
Thank you, Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He played for the played with Tom Brady too, and got basically booted from the team. That's who it was. But he checked. That's a good interview. Patrick put him on point.
It didn't matter if I went on his podcast, anybody's podcast. I was acting like sporadic, like just like crazy. I would go on
your mannerisms. You were just like
spaces. I'd be like,
so somebody's saying do I think he really lied? Yes, he admits to lying during this interview. He just said basically he acted sporadic. He was trying to pump his fight up. He said a bunch of crazy things.
I'll do this with my nose. Like, no, like, it's just a tick. I had everything.
So backstory, this kid, he showed like video of him being kidnapped. He said he got taken to Bohemian Grove. He said he was shown kids happening. They said things happened to him. He, what else he say? He said that he plans to act crazier for his next fight. Okay. And then he admits that none of it's true. He was never taken to Bohemian Grove. He said in 2021, he learned what Bohemian Grove was, right? And he said that he was told by God for him to do this and to lie about this, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. And someone's saying you got to listen to the rest of the interview. I did. I listened to the whole interview, right? He's all about, he did say, yeah, he's about saving the children, but why lie about it? Why lie about it? People had him on, Andrew Tate, all these other patriotic folks had him on saying that, oh, you got taken somewhere. He lied about being taken by these people, these elites, and shown things. Now, I'm sure we know these elites are doing these things. Jeffrey Epstein, hello. However, lying about it, making up, makes it seem like all of us are kooks. That's what it boils down to with me.
Thing like I just like, but then you make adjustments to what was real though is at times I did drink a little bit during camp because I like to drink.
Yeah. So
and then he's trying to be cool about I drank during camp while I was supposed to be training.
We got a lot of different things I want to ask you about, a lot of different questions, a lot of different topics. And what's so funny is we just had you on the podcast 2.5 months ago, and a lot's happened obviously in 2.5 months. So you ever seen the movie Primal Fear?
Let me skip ahead a little bit.
Into like the I'm super disciplined narrative, or
so this is where he's talking about he can't play the same thing twice.
Where Edward Norton plays two personalities, and he fools everybody. And at the end of the movie, he claps for Richard Gere. Okay, do you feel like you fooled everybody with this whole thing? So, and if yes, you think you can do that twice? Because the second time around, people are gonna be. You can only do that one time. You can't do it twice.
No, you can't.
You think you can?
No, for sure. I just gotta let me cook. You know.
So he was saying, "I'm a cook. I'm gonna act crazier next time." Right. So then he goes through and talks about when he learned about Bohemian Grove. Right, here we go.
Been able to like, I'm very spiritually gifted, so I could see things before they happen.
So now he's saying he's a prophet
because of God, and there's countless stories of that happening.
The kids, did you actually have videos of kids, things that
I actually do? I do have videos.
You have videos?
Yes, we have videos.
Who has seen them? Who have you shown them to?
The guy Jacob. He has them. We're gonna go to Congress with it.
So some guy named Jacob has some videos of some children, but they're gonna go to Congress. Come on.
Anybody else here seen them? Have you guys seen the videos?
No, they have not.
Nobody else has seen them. Just him and some guy named Jacob.
You guys have never seen the videos. Okay, so you've not shown it to anybody else. It's just you and him that have.
Yeah.
Is it something you have access to or he has access to?
We both do.
You both have access to.
Yeah, like somebody just said, now your Black Cat says you're always a liar now. It's true. This is where you kill. This is where you kill credibility. And this is what I'm talking about. When people bring these things like, oh man, that Ryan Garcia, he sold a fight on this junk. This is not something to play about. It's not something to joke about. This stuff really happens to kids. Epstein Island, elites. We got Diddy wrapped up in this. This is not something to joke about. It's not something to use for a marketing tool. Like, to me, you're a complete dirtbag to do something like this. I don't care that he's saying he wants to save children at this point. You just use children to sell your boxing match. Like, not cool, dude. Not cool. And I don't care if y'all don't like it. Yeah, let me go back to that. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you get pissed off because you like Ryan Garcia. I don't care. I don't like Ryan Garcia. I don't like what he did. I've got kids, dude. This ain't something to joke about. Like, this makes me want to go box this kid. That's what it makes me want to go do.
Okay. Why haven't you shown it yet? If you have those videos?
I'm just not going to put that on the internet. And then there's also other people that have videos and, you know, they're victims, but I'm not going to put that on the internet. That's disgusting.
How high are some of these?
Of course you ain't going to put on the internet. What internet platform going to let you put that on there, dog? What are you talking about?
These people, is it because these guys are higher up, powerful people that?
Well, then he mentions like, oh yeah, well, it's all over the internet. Blah, blah, blah. We all know it. Yeah, of course.
You don't expose them.
Well, I mean, everything's in people's faces. You don't got to look too far. You know what I mean? There's so many stars. I mean, this is not even a conspiracy at this point. You know, at the end of the day, all these things can be traced and documented. And for me to like,
yeah, like somebody said, that's a charge. Exactly. You even owning it, homie, is a charge. Exactly.
show proof. It's just kind of funny because it's right in front of everybody's face. They painted in the illusion that it's a conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy if there's proof. Yeah, and I have Jordan Manek. You could connect with.
So somebody's asking who he is. He's a boxer. He's a young boxer, apparently a very talented boxer. And he used the premise. I'm not going to play any more interview. He used the premise of he was taken to Bohemian Grove. He was solicited by the elites to join them and shown things about children and blah, 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 blah. He jumped on everybody's thing. He made a hoax where he got kidnapped and was like, taken hostage, all during this to promote this. That's who this kid is, Ryan Garcia. Apparently he was in the Olympics as well. But again, talented kid. You didn't need to sell your fight by using Bohemian Grove, which we know dark stuff goes on there, using kids, bad things happening to them. This is, to me, not cool. And then saying that God told you to do this? What? Again, he lied about child trafficking. He lied about Bohemian Grove. This is serious stuff that really happens, and he just took a dump on it. And like our tribesman just said, this is a charge. If he really has this stuff, I mean, this is criminal. You can't have that kind of stuff, right? And he says he's a prophet, that he was told to do this. He was told to make up these lies by God, right? But he says he's not going to show them. He's going to show them to Congress. Yeah, I'll wait and see, because I'm sure he doesn't have them. Because the receipts he was posting was news articles he had screenshotted off of Google. That was when they were asking for receipts 2 months ago, that's what he was posting. And then he says, oh man, everybody's bashing me for standing up for the kids. You're not. Everybody's bashing you because you act like a kook to sell your fight. That's why everybody's bashing you, right? And he said he was getting trolled in public, this and that. And then the guy said, well, yeah, I used it to beat the Vegas odds. Vegas had me down, so I bet $2 million on myself, and I won $12 million. Like, to me, man, look, dude's a dirtbag. I don't care if he's a talented boxer. It's a dirtbag thing to do. Alex Jones went there. Mark Dice went there. The junk is real, dude. People filmed it. They're burning effigies out there. It's an elitist club. We know a lot of well-known politicians. The former Speaker of the House was involved in that. Lots of celebrities. Jeffrey Epstein. And to me, man, it's just not something to play about. This is not something to joke about, right? And then, yeah, bragging about having this film. Dude, if I If someone came and said, I got that film, hold up. No, I don't want to see it. Number one, I don't want to see it. And we're going to take this to authorities right now. We're going to get whoever had this film. Anything you record, dude, is got the information on it. You can find out where it's from. So to me, it's beyond me, man. Maybe it's because I got kids. He don't. He thinks it's a game. I don't think it's a game, dude. This ain't something I play with. Anybody's kids, bro. You come tell me that something happened to your kid. Let's go. Let's get in the truck, right? Things change when you have kids, man. Anyway, this got me pissed off. I've been pissed off all day about this since I seen this kid. Just especially the way he talks to, like, oh yeah, man, I'm the smartest guy in the world. I trolled everybody. No, you discredited everybody that's been trying to tell the truth, is what you've done. I'll box him. I don't care. We'll fist fight. I don't box. I don't play games. We street fight. That's what we can do. Anyway, guys, things are heating up all over the world. And, you know, I've talked about this before. I hadn't talked about it in quite some time. I'll let Eastwood say, you don't know me, bro. That's right. You don't know me, bro. Jeff, thanks. Jeff said he's with me. Thank you, brother. But again, man, he's in the circle. He's in the circle of these clowns anyway. You know, the Jake Pauls. And look, they're great marketers. They sell junk. They make money. They much more successful than me. Maybe I should get my notebook out and take notes. But at what point do you sell your soul, dude? You know what I'm saying? Corny stuff like this. I don't know. This to me, this is not things men do. You know, it's kind of like I got a comment earlier about the video earlier today. Someone said, yeah, man, you're selling out because you're making drama videos. No, I'm trying to share information, dude. That's what it is. I mean, and then they're at the same time, like, you're not really doing anything. Yeah, you know why I won't do anything? Because people like you, dude. You want to stab the people in the back that's on the same team as you, right? Happens all the time. And then you have he's probably supporting this kid. Let's just be honest. But again, I want to talk about something I mentioned a while back, guys, occasionally. But the thing is, somebody said in the comment earlier that made me think about it, is that when you're looking at, you know, a preparedness plan, so we were talking about Bitcoin earlier and stuff like that, but having tangible assets is super important, right? Things you can touch, food, guns, ammo. Jeff Cooper said it, dude. The Colonel said it. But a low investment thing that, especially in the modern world we're in, is a gas mask, guys. And I want to mention this just because I have it in a minute. Parcel Safety, you know, there's MIRA. I have both. But Parcel Safety give my followers 25% off. I got one right here. I got one right here. You see which one is in arm's reach of me? I got one of these Parcel Safeties everywhere. Parcel Safety right here. Right? Because a gas mask, if you need a gas mask, you need a gas mask. It's kind of like being in a survival situation. Oh man, I really could use a fire starter. You need a gas mask, right? So this one is the dual eyes here, the bug eyes, which are great for night vision. I'm going to pop up their website. And again, guys, they give my followers 25% off. Here's the full face mask respirators here. Now you see this one. This is the MB100. Oh, buddy, right here's got nods on. I have the MB100 too. You can run this with nods as well. It's got the full face, which is great. It's a little bit better than this one in the sense you can see better. But guys, at the same token, you can get any one of these. This right here is $99. This is the survival face mask, and it's centered because you see the other ones that are off center. This is for shooting with a rifle, right? Now here's the 2R Recon 100 right here, which is I just showed you. They have all these various different models. They have ones that you can plug up your comms to, so you can talk through, right? But this bad boy right here, so because I'm right-handed, the filter's mounted on this side, so I can aim with this side. So again, guys, I'm going to put the link below. This is something like, if you don't have it, pick one up. Pick one up, guys, because it is something that you don't want to be without whenever it goes down. Okay. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me. I want to know your thoughts. Are Army surplus okay to use, Frank? I would not, buddy, because you don't know how old they are. You don't know how old the filters are. I wouldn't trust those things, man. Like, this is something that you want to get fresh. Like, these things come sealed, right? So you pop them whenever you're ready. You know, you don't want to keep these things out. They have shelf life, guys. So, and I would obviously buy a few filters. Filters only last for so long if you're in a very bad state. They also, like this one here, has the ability to drink water from, so you can pull this hose out to drink water from it, because you're gonna get thirsty at some point in time. But this is something to have it in your kit, have it in your truck, whatever. And if you're traveling, guys, if you're traveling, you're on the road, you're driving a long distance from work, have that junk in your vehicle. You want to have it in your bag. Like, I carry a backpack every day. You don't want to leave it in your vehicle, I wouldn't say, because of the heat. The heat can deteriorate anything. Depending on your environment. Like me, man, it's freaking 100 degrees out here. So it'll eat your mask up. So I would just keep it in your bag. I mean, they're very compact, and you can keep the filter off. So that way it's not some just obtrusive thing. You can do like this. This is how we used to do back here, and boom, right? That's how you do it. Anyway, guys, let me know your comments on Ryan Garcia, and I do appreciate you hanging out with me. And make sure you always stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Take care.